The second type of reference, which is the specific reference, and uh, how I can make use of the system of articles to have specific reference. Indefinite and definite. Before everything, let us look at these sentences. An intruder has stolen a vase. Look at these articles, to these indefinite articles. I'm talking about a specific person who's stolen a vase, who has stolen a vase. This is indefinite article, here indefinite article. See, they are mentioned for the first time. The intruder. هنا رجعنا عندنا we have mentioned the same intruder now with the indefinite article, but when we introduce them or mention them for the second time we put the, يعني صار عندي معرف. First of all, when I say an intruder, because I do not know, it is mentioned for the first time. But when I say the intruder means I'm mentioning, or I mention them for the second time, so there is no need for an indefinite. صار عندي معرف. Stole the vase. Again, the same vase. هنا جت indefinite. بعدين for the second time it is what? Definite. From a locked cupboard. You see? Locked cupboard here. It is mentioned for the first time. So I put what? Indefinite article. The cupboard, you see, نفسه اللي هو here mentioned for the first time. Here it is what? Mentioned for the second. So it is what? The was smashed open. So all in all, إنه unusually, except this example, the definite article presupposes an earlier mention of the item so detailed, but in actual usage, the relation between presupposition and the definite article may be less much over. For example, a conversation may become, يعني it is not, يعني sometimes may be misleading or confusing. So let us take this example to see that it is not an evidence for the first or second message to know that it is specific or generic. Let us see. The house on the corner is for sale. This house, it is mentioned for the first time, but instead I use the definite article. So this means that it doesn't have a specific reference. No, it does have specific reference. But when I say, for example, the house on the corner is for sale, أجي أقول لك the house on the corner is for sale, because me and you as participants in the conversation know which house I'm talking about. يعني صار الhouse noun for the participant, so there is no need for the indefinite article. See, يعني ما حاجة بعدين أنكر النون بعدين أعرفه. This is the idea. نبي نشتغل احنا نكره ومعرفه. Because the house is definite, actually by nature it is definite for the participant, so there is no need to put an indefinite بعدين put the definite. This is the idea. And the post modification passes for some such unspoken primarily as there is no, a house on the corner. You see, هذا طبعا related to what? Something related to style and something unspoken. Compare, listen, what is the climate like? The climate, I know the climate, and what is the climate? What is the weather like? What is the climate like? I know you. We live in the same area. So this is the idea, because the participants are familiar with all the context of that country, of that area, so I say the, not a. Even more covered are the presuppositions which permit the definite article in examples like the following. يعني صراحة أكثر. Yes, let us see. John asked his wife to put on the kettle. The kettle, though it is mentioned for the first time, but I use the, not a. Why? Because the two participants are familiar with the kettle, because it is part from their culture, from the context, from the situation. من أقول لك give me the book, give me the book. Give me, for example, the pen. Though the pen or though the paper, the pen or كذا, the book means that I'm familiar. يعني you say give me the pen, you know which pen I'm talking about, because we live in the same area, in the same situation, in the same context. It is a part of our culture. نقول culture مو ثقافة مجتمع السؤال. Culture, the society or the area that we live in. See the kettle while he looked in the paper to see what was on the radio. The radio. No prior mention of a kettle, a paper, and radio is needed since these things are part of our cultural situation. بعد عندي أقول the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky. Why? Because as aspect of experience coming to mankind as a whole. These seem to require no earlier indefinite reference because each term is so specific as to be, in fact, unique for practical human purposes. يعني the Bible, the United States, the Quran, the Holy Quran. So there is no need to put a, then we put the. Look at this note. The indefinite article used with the proper nouns, names. What does it mean? استخدم indefinite article with proper name. Means a certain, one giving his name as. A Mr. Johnson wants to speak to you. Means يعني just one giving you or giving his name, يعني just introducing himself to you. The definite article giving heavy stress is used, especially in form to indicate superlative quality. You see, Chelsea is the place for young people. The place, here I want what? To amplify Chelsea. Amplify the place. Are you the Mr. Johnson, the famous? Are you, for example, are you the Mr. Johnson? Are you the Mr. Jones? Means the famous one. وهكذا. So here I know I use the indefinite article with the proper to indicate or to mean a certain, or I introduce the definite article with the proper nouns or proper name to make what? Some sort of amplifying, some sort of superlative quality. Common nouns with zero article. Common, انتبهوا عليه طلاب، فرقوا between common, proper, count and non-count. Common noun, all nouns, مو proper. يعني boy, wall, for example, window, door, boy, man, woman. كل النouns like not proper. Why? When they use with zero article. راح نقسمها طبعا. Listen. There are a number of count nouns that take the zero article in abstract or rather specialized use. Zero, zero with count noun. Idiomatic expression with verbs like be and go and with preposition. Go by car. Car هذه common noun. تداخل فقط يشوفون go by car, be in bed, go to school. The car, bed, school, they are all what? Common noun, but they are used with what? With zero article. Why with zero article? Because they are used with هذه, with what's, with go and be, go and be. So if you use with go and be these nouns with go and be plus by preposition, so they are used in specific reference. See, specific reference, and they take zero article. لكن other than go and be, other than the go and be, like sit in the car, look at the car, make the car, sit on the car. يعني فقط ال go will be تاخذ الزيرو article. هنا عندي list. See, seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. They all take what? Zero article. Take what? Zero article. لكن general take zero article by the way. لكن عندي with definite article for some sort of illustration. Say in winter we go skiing after the winter. The winter. Here I'm talking about a specific winter. Then I have institution. Usually often with at in. At in. Either at into. At into. If they take the preposition at or into, they take what? Zero article. See? Be in bed. Be in church. Go to prison. Go to hospital. Go to class. Other than these, إذا اجت دول نفسهم other other than verbs like be and go, لا تاخذ the definite article. Lie down on the bed. Admire the church. Walk around the prison. You see? like من قلت be in church, be in bed, zero. منو حكاوني هسه؟ as institution. Here I use them as institution. Then I have again be at school, go to school, go to college, go to university. See, be at home, go home. هذه ويا الآتس. لكن drive past school, look out towards the sea. Be at, go to, study at the university. هذا طبعا أمريكا. Means of transport, إنه وسائل النقل. If you have by, the preposition by, حياخذون zero article. Travel by bus, travel by car, leave by boat, come by train, leave by plane. Other than by, no, they take the zero article. Sit on the, be on the, see, sleep in the, sit in the boat, take the, be on the. لكن فقط if you have by, take zero article. Times of the day and nights. Times of the day and night. With, if you have a preposition at, by, after, before, تاخذ فقط شنو؟ الزيرو article. At dawn, at daybreak, day breaks, at sunrise, around noon, at dusk, by night, هذه zero article. Other than these prepositions, no, they will take the definite article. Admire the sunrise during the day. See nothing in the dusk. وهكذا. Meals. If you have before, at, after, stay for, after them, the meals take zero article. See? Have breakfast, before lunch, at tea, after dinner, stay for supper. Other than these, they take the zero article, the definite article, sorry. Illnesses, أمراض, هذه ثابتة. See? Here, these take only zero article. Only zero article. See? يعني هذه appendices, anemia, diabetes, influenza, they take only zero article. The plaque only with definite article. Flu, measles, mumps, you have the option either with or without definite article. Parallel structure. What does it mean parallel structure؟ يعني face to face، نعم، step by step، one by one، هذه يسموها parallelism، يعني متوازية. say ينام، hand in hand، day by day، teaspoonful by teaspoonful. He is neither man nor boy. Husband, wife, man to man, face to face. See? لكن he took her by the arm. هنا ما صارت عندي parallel structure. took her by the arm ما صار عندي parallel structure. ولهذا this is the idea. Article usage with common nouns in intensive relation. Common noun with intensive relation. Unlike many other languages, this is very important by the way. Unlike many other languages, English requires the definite or indefinite article with the count noun complement in an intensive relation. نيجي with the indefinite reference. The indefinite article is used. Intensive complementation. John became a businessman. Now reference is indefinite. تشوفون؟ Now it is what indefinite article is used, so the reference is indefinite. هذا بالintensive relation. شنو معنى intensive relation؟ Because I have subject و verb وهذه subject complement، يعني هذا اللي became هي intensive verb. Complex transitive complementation active verb. Mary considered John a genius. هنا it is complex لأن أخذت لي John وهي object John direct object و genius it is the object complements. So again it is with what? With indefinite article. Complex transitive complementation passive. هنا طبعا it is active, here it is passive. John was taken for a linguist. It is what? Taken for a linguist. Again it is what? Indefinite reference with indefinite article. But the complement of triangle, however, has zero article. John started out a music student before he turned linguist. So the complement of the verbs turn and go should be what? With zero article. طبعا with the definite reference لازم عندي the indefinite article. John became the genius of the family. هنا صارت definite reference. نحددت genius of what? Of the family. Mary considered John the genius of the family. صارت عندي reference is definite and the article is definite too. The zero article may be used with the noun complement after copulus and naming verbs such as point, declare, elect when the noun designates a unique office or task. John is the captain of the team. أقدر أقول John is the captain of the team. John is captain of the team. They elected him. Why? Because there's something related to what? To the naming verbs. Naming verbs like declare, elect, appoint, like what? Copula verbs. Yeah. So the choice of the or the zero article, it is okay. You have the option to put or not to put the definite article. This is our preparation for today, and we are going to deal in the lecture by God's will. We are going to deal with these things with more and more detail. Yes.